morning, Insider Crusaders. Let me tell you something. I support anyone who wants to make a difference by getting involved. And getting involved, it can mean a lot of things. It can mean attending a Tea Party meeting. It can mean writing a letter to the editor. It can mean starting a blog. It can mean spreading the word at work. It can mean a lot of things. It can also mean running for office. And I, of course, will celebrate anyone who runs for a higher office, like a Congress or Senate, something like that. But I really value the people who decide to run for local office, because local offices, I'm putting it nicely, are not exciting. What I mean to say is excruciatingly boring. Have you been to a city council meeting ever? How about a school board meeting? They're the worst. But these positions are 1,000 times more important. And you want proof of that? Well, these local offices are the ones that the left has infiltrated and taken over. Just look at our school board here in San Diego. One of our school board members, there's 5 of them. One of them is currently the president of the San Diego and Imperial County Labor Council. Why do you think the guy who is currently the head of the labor unions in San Diego would also decide to run as a school board member? He didn't run for Congress. He ran for school board because he knows that he can make a big difference on the school board. In his case, stopping charter schools from opening up in the city, which benefits the unions that he is in charge of, right? So there's your proof that these local offices are incredibly important. And we overlook them because we want the sexy position of being a congressman. But, oh, man, there's so many local offices that no one pays attention to. Like, I love when it's election time and people call in and like, well, I'm running for water. What? Like, what? What? Why? It's like, well, this is what I'm going to do on the water board. Right? It's these local offices that make a huge difference. That's my intro to Sage, who called in and is running for school board in Carlsbad. Is that right, Sage? Carlsbad?
Yes, it is.
Beautiful. How are you, Sage?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good, man. Carlsbad School District, correct me if I'm wrong, just as bad as the San Diego School District Board when it comes to charter schools, shutting down charter schools for no reason.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No, luckily I live in Carlsbad. Things are a little bit different and not as bad, but we still have our issues. And, I think the reason I called in was your last segment kind of hit on a lot of things that I've kind of been touching on in my campaign and really spoke to me. And I think a lot of people are frustrated about, and that's that education, the true purpose of education, has been completely lost in our education system.
What do you think it is, and what do you think it should be?
Well, you spoke about how education should be learning as much as you can in your 13 years of education. I beg to differ, and I don't think you're necessarily wrong, but I think there's something even deeper. And that's critical thinking. That is what education is for, teaching critical thinking. Because you can teach dates, times, names, events, but unless you connect them to today and how they set a precedent, unless you integrate them into real-life situations, kids are not going to walk away with any valuable skill. They're going to walk away with dates, times, and information, 80% of which is going to be forgotten after the test. Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, that's what standardized testing has done to our education system. It's created this streamlined, industrialized process to, just put our kids through school and kick them out into the real world, and hopefully that information helps them. And a lot of times it doesn't. And that's where we've really, truly lost the true value of education, which is teaching critical thinking. We need kids to be able to go off into the real world and figure out things for themselves, not just look into a textbook. And we've forgotten how to do that.
100%. Home run. We got to hit a break here, but what's your website? Do you have one that people can learn more about you for school board?
Sure. It's sagenaumann.com. That's SAGENAUMANN.com.
Beautiful. Sage, man, good luck to you. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
And thanks for listening very much. I like that principle. I like where you're going, Sage. I'll add to it. Not only critical thinking, right with you, love of learning. Education systems should be designed to not create a love of learning, because everyone is born with a love of learning, to maintain and grow a child's love of learning.